Hi everyone, and welcome back. Beast of Reincarnation is Game Freak stepping away from Pokemon and trying a completely new action RPG. You play as Emma, fighting through a post-apocalyptic Japan with Ku, her giant dog companion. It looks like a Soulslike, but it mixes real-time sword fighting with command-based abilities, and it is much more approachable than the trailers make it look. So, should you buy it, or should you skip it? Before the reasons to buy, we need to talk about performance. I played on medium settings and still had tons of problems. The frame rate could look fine for a moment, then the game would hitch or feel uneven again. That is especially frustrating in a combat system built around timing. However, this is not happening to everyone. Some players report a smooth experience even at higher settings, while others are struggling on powerful hardware. So do not assume my result will be your result. Test it on your own system immediately. It is on Game Pass, and if you buy it on Steam, keep the refund window in mind. Now, the reasons to say yes. The first reason is if you want the bones of a Souls-like without the usual difficulty wall. I personally hate parry games because I suck at them. There, I said it. And even I can handle this on normal difficulty. The parry window is generous, there are proper difficulty options, resting does not respawn every enemy, and dying does not make you recover lost currency. You still get the satisfaction of learning attacks and breaking an enemy's posture, but the game is not constantly punishing you for one mistake. The second reason is the new twist on combat. Emma handles the fast sword attacks, dodges, and parries in real time. Those actions build FP for Ku. You can then slow time, choose one of his bloom arts, and use it to bind enemies, interrupt attacks, add status effects, or set up a finisher. It feels like an action game and a command-based RPG taking turns inside the same fight. The system is not perfect, but it is trying something more interesting than copying Sekiro one for one. The third reason is the world, and the fact that this is a new IP. Emma can use the blight growing from her body to create roots, reach higher ground, and cross broken paths. Forests can burst out of ruined land, giant machines sit beside strange animal-like monsters, and Ku gives the journey some warmth. I want studios to take risks on new worlds like this. We do not get enough of them, especially from a developer this closely tied to one enormous franchise. Now, the main reason to say no: variety. The director described roughly 10 stages and about 30 hours of gameplay. 30 hours sounds healthy, but the amount of enemy and encounter variety does not always support that length. Regular enemies repeat, stronger enemies often have only a small set of attacks, and some boss ideas and environmental activities begin to feel familiar too quickly. The combat system has room for different skills and setups, but the things you use them against do not change at the same rate. If repetition bothers you, those 30 hours may start feeling padded rather than substantial. You should also lower your expectations for a fully polished, premium production. At €54.99, the empty spaces, invisible boundaries, blurry presentation, and uneven pacing stand out more. There are moments where the art direction is genuinely beautiful, but there are also long stretches where the world feels like scenery between another group of familiar enemies. This is the kind of game that may become boring before it actually runs out of content. So, should you buy Beast of Reincarnation? Yes, if you want an accessible Souls-like, like the idea of mixing real-time parries with tactical dog abilities, and want to support a strange new world instead of another sequel. No, or at least not yet, if you need a large bestiary, constant surprises, or reliable PC performance from the first day. I am genuinely disappointed by the performance. I played on medium and still had far too many problems. That bothers me more because I do like that Beast of Reincarnation is trying some new ideas. We do not get many games like that, and I want this one to be easier to recommend. Test it for yourself before committing. If this helped you decide, leave a like, subscribe, and check out the other buyer guides on the channel.